In this video, we're going to take a look at the Eurorack system that I built for kids. Now, you may remember my video last year, Building Eurorack for Kids, very similar title. The thumbnail is on screen, links in the description, and here's a bit of that video. I've gone and done the same this year, and the idea of putting together a Eurorack system, this one that we'll talk about in a minute, is for Deershed Festival, and this is a really family-friendly festival in North Yorkshire, England. And like most music festivals, there's bands on, DJs, food and drink tents, comedy tent, but there's a science tent. And for the last 3 years, myself and Mylar Melodies have been taking modular synths to let kids and the general public, attendees of the festival, come and play along. There's all sorts of DIY stuff going on, retro gaming, building Minecraft helmets, soldering workshops, but we're in a little music section where you've got DJ workshops, Ableton workshops and modular synth workshops. And the system's put together really for kids, so you've got to think super beginner, maybe never seen one, curious, blinking lights, noises, what's going on, and kids being excited, which is great, kind of plow into the science tent, especially when it's drenched and just absolutely raining and throwing it down outside, and they want to play on stuff. So I want to run through the system. So I used the Arturia MiniBrute 2S and RackBrute case. That was an absolute big win for this, and having it in a bag. Now, granted, these blocks were a bit rubbish. They were coming kind of loose, but I didn't drop it or anything. Having a shoulder strap and a handle for a heavy kind of 6U case and a synth worked really well. The bag worked really well too. Putting that down on wet grass was much nicer than just putting the system down. So this was the kind of big win for now. So let's get this out and check out what was in the case. So, sequence playing in the background, I'll start with the drums. Now, using the MiniBrute 2S to clock Metron worked really well. This being a hands-on sequencer was fantastic for people just to come and play. I could tell them that the top line was the bass drum. Work around the basic idea of bass drum on 1, snare on 2 and 4, and then letting kind of kids come in and just bash in extra rhythmic. And things like having really easy access to random's great, because we can hit random, fill the hi-hats in, and the kids are starting to get a chance to play around probability and random. So super quick and easy to get beats going. I was using the Squid sample. Videos to a lot of these modules linked in the description, but just a really quick, easy way to say go to a 909, load on the fly. Pan Mix by Happy Nerding served as a nice little mixer. I didn't actually have the cables with me at the event, but I should have gone through my mutes module to mute parts in and out. It could have cost mute on Metron, but it would have been nice to get those switches going, and I didn't. So kind of mistake number 1 on my part there. Being able to just quickly load up different kits. Just worked really well. The Metron and the Squid sample was great just for people that don't know what this is. Let them pick a random number, hit load, really quickly sequence patterns on the fly. So the MiniBrute 2S worked really well as just an easy way to get people understanding what envelopes are, what filters do, some different waveforms, and really quick and nice way for people to make patterns. Just hitting load, hitting an empty pattern, and just explaining to them that we can hit gate, and just like we are on the drums, just hitting a really simple pattern, and the knobs are the pitches. Nice wonky glide maybe. Suitably weird. This going into the Vibrazum from Patching Panda, driving into the filter. It's funny seeing kids do filter mouth over filter sweeps when they don't know what filter mouth is. This then went into the herb verb, which just works really well. Certainly clocking this in time because I can get the pre-delay, acting like a delay. Shimmery pitch shift effects, getting people to crank up the decay. Now maths, an absolutely ridiculous thing to put in there in terms of kids using this stuff. But having a mixer, DC offsets, envelopes, LFOs, I thought would be useful. Having the cycling LFO and getting them to follow the looping LED change while these cycle, and maybe getting a filter was useful, but it didn't provide much use to me, particularly for demoing this stuff to kids at a festival. Now delay on the drums works really well. Again, nice and hands-on. And the final channel was Nebulate, which is just too complex of a concept to get for people, I think. Now it's very quick. Creating some really lovely granular textures, and having these against, say, drums was nice, but didn't particularly work in this instance in terms of demoing to kids, although some of the adults that were coming into the science tent at the festival did really like kind of delving into this granular sound world. It was really kind of powerful for those to understand and play with too. I put the 2HP sine in there, ended up not using it. The Modax data was great for visualizing things. So overall, the system in terms of building Eurorack for kids at number 2 or volume 2 for the second year at Deershed worked quite well, I think. So thanks for watching this video. Do leave a comment letting me know what you think. You can call me an idiot for putting maths in that case, because no one's going to understand maths if they've never even seen a module before. What would you have put in a system? Was last year's case better than this case? How would you bring it all together, presuming we do this next year for a 4th iteration of a live case for kids? Support my work on patreon.com/DivKid. Hit like, subscribe. Cheers for watching. I'll see you next time.